Hello and welcome to episode 105 of the Corner Flag. It is a fucking Christmas miracle because the full gang is here after many, many days. Say hello, boys.
Hello.
Hi.
Everybody
Hi
is
guys.
back. And Mukesh is late in saying hi also because he was fucking 20 minutes late to start this recording. We all
As
have lives,
always.
Mukesh. We all have lives. Your paneer bhurji is not that important.
It was also terrible. That's the sad part. Not only was it not important, but
That's
it was
not the
just
sad
terrible.
part. The sad part is you made us wait for 20 minutes.
Yeah, and you made us wait for 20 minutes for fuck all paneer bhurji. Like even
Guys,
at least if it was better paneer bhurji, we would still be like, "Acha, theek hai." There was something positive that came out of this entire delay. But wo bhi nahi.
no, no, but I'll tell you what, now when I come back to Bombay, I'll make it for you guys and it'll be good because now I'm getting done with all the bad stuff.
It might be good, but it'll still be fucking late.
Yeah. I don't care if it's not good. I need it on time. Like if I'm dying of hunger, I don't need you to give me like a gourmet paneer bhurji 5 hours later.
And
you-
by the sound of it, if you were dying of hunger and Mukesh gave you that paneer burji, you'll be like, "Nahi, main
You're
mar
dead.
leta hu."
Huh.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I would rather die of hunger. But yes, it is a Christmas miracle. Because not only are the four of us here together, but Arsenal won a game of football, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
Been
would
a
have-
while
that was
since that
amazing.
happened.
Who would have thunk it? And Arsenal.
What was
of
the
course-
score, Prashant?
I don't remember.
Okay, see the thing is,
We'll
Prashant-
refresh your
3-1 to
memory.
Arsenal. Yes.
Prashant, it's very easy. It's either Chelsea scores 3 or lets in 3. It's binary.
Yeah. It's always.
And Arsenal can't not
I mean, we knew this
concede.
last season as well.
Yeah. Or shall I say
Yeah.
trinary? Okay, it's probably as bad as
You know, you shouldn't say that.
I guess I missed nothing. I actually wasted 20 more minutes.
Still a Christmas miracle that I was still there with the try.
yes. In that game, Arsenal looked like a team possessed by actual football players. They looked like a team possessed by actual football players because they fucking started the game really strong. And I had already written the game off even before. It was like there's no chance Arsenal with the run of form that they're in against Chelsea
Yeah.
in the run of form that Chelsea are in. There's no chance that Arsenal is going to come out of this fixture with any points. But a 3-1 scoreline, very, very flattering.
Also, it's like all the heroes, right? Everybody had written off Lacazette, he scored. Chaka has been under fire, he scored. And Saka scored a fluke, although I think on his Instagram he said I saw it.
No, he
said I
didn't.
saw him off
Oh,
the
it was
side.
definitely a
Like,
fluke.
It was
definitely a fluke.
It was definitely a
Yeah.
fluke because if you see the replays, when he looks up to see who he wants to pass to, he's looking nowhere near goal. He's looking
And
at
then
the player.
after he shoots it, after he kicks it, his shoulders drop because he's like, "That's wide off the mark,
yeah.
man. What a bad cross." And
thing
then
is,
after
he
he goes
fooled
in, he's like, "Yeah, sure, I meant that." It
Yeah.
was completely a fluke. No chance.
and he fooled everybody. Like there's not one player on the pitch who's like, yeah, it's going in. Everybody's like, just drop their shoulders
Yeah.
and going
he
out.
fooled
The
himself.
attacker started walking backwards.
Yeah.
I guess it's going to be a goal kick then. It was the whole Shaka Laka Saka situation was really good. Of course, Lacazette scoring the first goal for Arsenal, which was a penalty, and it is a silly foul to give away. Reece James, firstly, you
Yeah.
cannot be giving away those penalties. Especially when Aubameyang is not starting, because had Aubameyang started, there was a chance that he would have missed the penalty, in which
Of
case it's
course.
okay. But he's never going to get that Pele celebration. The Maradona celebration. Sorry, not the
Amogh
Pele.
has killed
Go
Pele.
No, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. Oh my God, they killed
But he
Pele.
scored.
Much like Saka, you didn't mean to.
Yeah. Yeah. Except I admit it. But there were fluke goals everywhere. Even Tammy Abraham's goal was a bit of a fluke goal.
Yeah, it
He
was.
chested it. He chested
No,
it.
I feel like he meant that.
No.
he meant
He
that.
meant it.
Yeah, he meant it. He meant it because he wasn't
Tammy
in the
did
chest.
make
He
attempts
wasn't.
for
He
it.
wasn't trying to control it. He went Ravina Tandon on that ball. totally meant that.
Lovely 90s Bollywood reference here. I'm sure there's like a large chunk of our listeners who have no fucking idea who Ravina Tandon is and what she represented to kids our age. Hashtag puberty. But no,
I feel like he meant that one.
I honestly don't think he meant that one. In fact, I feel he meant to control it on his chest, and it was a very poor touch. We just
No,
have it to
he
go to
knew
go.
he knew he had only one touch.
No.
It was at a very awkward height. He couldn't have used his head or his legs. He knew he had to sort of nudge it in with his chest.
Yeah. And his other option is kneeing it. Like, you know those steps where you just like lift up your knee?
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't have done that. Like,
Going Govinda on it. you
Yeah.
mean?
yeah, he couldn't have done that. There's-
Another 90s reference for our young listeners who have no idea what Govinda represented for kids who grew up in the 90s. Hashtag puberty. For some people, man, he was a fucking sex symbol for some people. Who knows, yeah.
Okay, but I want
We're
to
talking
say
about Govinda, not
Arsenal.
Tammy.
yeah.
I want to say about Arsenal, I think this was a very flattering scoreline to them. And
Yeah.
all three goals, it was a penalty. It was an amazing set piece. It was a very good free kick, but it was a direct free kick.
Yeah.
And it was a free goal by Saka. They've still not managed to figure out a way to get that last ball, to get the ball at the back of the net. And I think a large part of that comes from Aubameyang's bad form as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think all these three goals were given to them
Yeah.
by either like act of gods or like
Yeah.
massive mistakes or in spot kicks.
But to be fair, it did look like Arsenal were in control throughout the game. Like Chelsea had completely switched off for large parts of the game, and honestly, the scoreline should have been like Arsenal should have scored 4 or 5 goals easy.
oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think
Chelsea
4 or
really
5
bad.
goals.
Chelsea
No,
really
easy.
bad.
I think
Easily, Smith Rowe had a chance that he couldn't reach the ball. The
But
pass from
that's the
Bellerin was just a
thing.
little
They
away.
create chances, they can't finish them.
Okay,
They're very poor at getting it back in the back of the net.
all right. I'm saying here's how I look at it. If you're creating so many chances and you still manage to put 3 of them away, no matter in what situation, it's still a good outcome. You know, it's still something that a team can build on, especially a team bereft of confidence like Arsenal. This could be a lovely stepping stone for them, having beaten their London rivals, having beaten a big team. This could be the stepping stone that Arsenal so desperately needed to revive their season. And knowing Arsenal, they'll shit on it next week anyway. But there is hope.
I get what you're saying, but I feel like they've conceded 19 goals out of 17 games,
Yeah.
which is not bad considering the number of goals that have been going in this season.
Yeah.
And even if you look at the other teams, there's 3 or 4 teams that have fewer than that many goals.
Yeah.
But including these 3, they've only scored 15. They're having a
True.
really tough time
They are.
scoring the goals.
100%.
And
yeah.
these 3 goals were all freak appearances or complete defensive mistakes.
Yeah.
And I feel like this level still might not
Yeah.
stay consistent
Yeah.
with them.
I just want to go back to the Tammy Abraham goal, by the way. I loved it how immediately after scoring, when the flag goes up for offside, Tammy Abraham is vehemently telling the referee, no, I was onside. Matlab, bencho, tu VAR hai kya? Like, you saw the VAR replay, how tight the margin was. And it was a correct call. But there is no chance in hell that you know for sure that you are onside in that situation. Have you not been watching football, man? Like, have you not seen the decisions that have gone against players for
I
a
wouldn't be
toenail?
surprised if I wouldn't be very surprised if he says no, I haven't. Like, I only just watch the Chelsea games. And I go home and I just watch like cricket. Like he's a cricket fanatic or something.
Even the referee was like, they're checking it. And
Yeah.
he was like, no. He's like, "Arey, but they're checking it. Yeah, just to rukna yaar."
I think Michael Oliver should have just cancelled out the goal just because of Abraham's reaction. Like, no, you know what? They've given the goal, but because you said this, fuck you, I'm not giving it.
Yeah.
You know, fuck you. This is what you get.
He should have a yellow card to the goal.
Oliver should have just Oliver should have just removed his jersey, given the whistle and said, "तू referee बन जा, मैं तेरे लिए
हाँ.
खेलता हूँ, चल, तेरे को पता है ना, तू कर, चल."
Just for our audience on YouTube, we're going to be watching this episode on video. There's going to be a lot of stuttering from Prashant's end. He's going to be a lot like Mahesh Manjrekar in Kante. Uh, lots of things are going to go. Oh, the South Indian has no idea what the fuck this 2000s Bollywood reference is.
I have no
Who
idea
is
what
Mahesh
Karte is.
Manjrekar?
Yeah.
He goes Big
Oh,
Boss,
wow.
Marathi. That's all I know about him.
But yeah, so Bernd Leno also had a lovely game, topping it off with the penalty save late into the game. Jorginho's hop, skip, and jump not working. Here's a thought, Jorginho. Just come over to the Aeon training complex one day and just see how Bruno does it. You know, just saying, he'll give you some tips.
Yeah.
Because it was a very bad penalty. Let's be honest. It wasn't a
It was.
great save.
It was.
It was a bad penalty.
Yeah,
I'd like to give the goalkeeper credit, and I'd say he made a good save.
Sure, yeah,
Goalkeepers Union.
Yeah, of course. But the penalty was quite shit. Like, it was very close to Leno. It had very little power. There was nothing.
I feel like penalties are one of the few things where it can be a shitty penalty and also a great save. You know what I mean? Like,
I think, yeah, fair. Like, every penalty save is a great save by default.
yeah. But this was
like we've discussed this, the odds are pit against the keeper.
Yeah.
Any save is a great save and keeper gets credit for it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's like a really poor penalty. So I don't think this was an awful.
It was quite an awful penalty, let's be honest.
no, but also I think what it meant in the context of the game was if it was 3-2, if it had become 3-2, I think it was in the 89th minute. No, it wasn't even in the injury time.
Yeah,
I could imagine
89th
Arsenal
minute and 5 minutes of injury time remaining.
Yeah, and I could imagine if it was 3-2, I could imagine Arsenal capitulating and letting it be a 3-3. So I think Leno had to make
Arteta
it.
said that. If you watch Arteta's post-match conference, he said that, we've been struggling and we've had a lot of poor luck and things have been going our way. So as soon as we conceded the penalty, I was like, oh, I can't believe this is happening again. But which is also a scary sign because you concede a penalty and you've already given up hope.
Yeah.
And he said that, and I thought that's weird. Like, it's...
He's a true Arsenal fan. Giving up hope.
But they still don't seem very confident.
They don't.
Very shaky.
No,
Very
I think confidence is a faraway game now. I think for now it's just to get some results and some process going.
Confidence, results, the top 10, all faraway games for us. Did you see what Unai Emery's assistant said though? He said, Arsenal are in a tough space right now, but Arsenal should stay calm and give Arteta time. Big words coming from the Unai Emery camp. Just like, give them time.
Also,
the thing that you didn't give me.
Also, who's interviewing Unai Emery's assistant? Like, who's going to that guy and be like, sir, please give up press back? And he's like, me? What? He's never been interviewed in his life.
Yeah. But yes, there we are. That was Arsenal versus Chelsea.
This is probably the most amount of time that we have given Arsenal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ever.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the holidays. It's Christmas. It's a time for miracles. Strange things can happen. Mukesh might just take his top off and reveal like an Arsenal jersey underneath. Who knows? Who knows? Anything can happen.
Just chest head.
Some Arsenal fans might say that is actually better than the Arsenal jersey. So, so we never know. Right, Leicester versus United was the early Boxing Day fixture. Of course, 2-2 was the final score. Both teams deadlocked by the end of it. It was a good game. It was an end-to-end game, and I'm really disappointed.
Entertaining.
I'm really disappointed that United didn't.
Thoroughly entertaining.
Yeah, that United didn't.
Bloody entertaining.
Great result.
Do we have no? Fuck you.
Super entertaining.
You had to say entertaining. That was the thing. There's no other adjectives to describe this game. But Cavani is proving to be quite an impact sub.
Yeah, I think he's living up
Also
to
quite an asshole.
Why is that, Akash?
Choke
Why
slam,
is
that
that?
choke slam? I don't know how he wasn't sent off in the Carabao Cup. Hate him. But yeah, that was a very good assist.
It was a very good assist.
Very good awareness in position.
Very good awareness position. Good run by Bruno as well to score the goal.
Yeah.
Of course, Bruno getting an assist and a goal as my captain in FPL. Kaching.
Right there with you.
Right? Yeah, fuck, you're catching up, man. Those 2 shitty weeks have done me a lot of damage, but hopefully I can get back on the wagon now. But yeah, it was sad how we went. And it was different for us to, I think, go up in an away game. The trend for the last few games has always been we go goal down, then we claw back and get the victory. But for the first time, we scored first, and we were like, oh wait, ये अलग situation है, ये इसका क्या करते हैं अभी? What do we do
Ole
now?
is like first half mein like substitution. Like why am I to wait for the second half?
And this is exactly what I mentioned in the last episode as well, right? With Ole saying, listen, we have to
Yeah.
go 1 goal down at halftime, otherwise we are fucked. And that's what ended up happening. But I was hoping Jamie Vardy would blank, but the bastard had to score that equalizer in the second half.
Was it
No, but
an
he was
own
given
goal?
his own goal.
To Anzemi.
It was though, yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
To Anzemi.
Still got an assist, so fuck that.
Not as bad as goal.
Yeah, but it's interesting how we are still in. I hate to say these words, but we are in the vicinity of the title race, surprisingly. And dropping the points here didn't really affect the overall scheme of things too much because the other teams dropped points as well. Most notably, Liverpool against West Brom.
Yeah. Armagh, can I begin this by saying?
Sorry, wait, shut up, Akash. We're getting to Everton's victory in a bit. It's there in the run order. It's right in front of you. You know what we're talking about. Stop being an asshole.
Look, you said
Can I
all the
begin?
teams drop points.
Yeah, Mukesh.
Can I please begin this by saying, wow, I'm a fan of Sam Allardyce, guys. I'm a big fan of him now. Like, what was that? That was the greatest performance of football I've ever seen.
Are you giving the boot to Ginger Guardiola, Sean Dyche?
Almost. It's like I'm this close. The audacity to just play 1-6-4. I'm including the goalkeeper also because you have to have that 3 thing. Nah? You can't say 6-4-0. That sounds incomplete.
Yeah.
So just 1-6-4. That's amazing.
No,
And
but you know, so
at some
like
point,
I just
dude, he invented. No, sorry. I have to say this. At some point, there were defenders between the goalie and the defenders. Like somehow he managed to cramp in some more defenders. It was beautiful to actually watch it. And to just look at Klopp, be like, what do I do now? Like, and also because I get, like, there actually weren't even shots. It was like people just shooting from outside randomly. And you're trying all these intricate things, and it just doesn't. It's just like put 10 bodies there and see what happens.
Yeah.
I thought it was, people were shitting all over him, like all over BBC, the commentary thing, Guardian, Twitter. But it was actually very good because what else can West Brom do? Like, I thought it was actually fantastic tactics. I thought it was one of those few times that it's so-called shameless tactics actually work.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong in doing this as well. I hate the word anti-football. Anybody who wins and anybody who plays football while winning or playing to win is football. This whole bullshit about football. Because as much as I love Liverpool to be like, oh, this is football versus anti-football, which I saw a lot, not even from Liverpool fans, from so-called neutrals. I thought that was bullshit. I was so impressed. I genuinely loved how Sam Allardyce organized them, and they seem to have that 6-4, and then hopefully one of them just runs with the ball, and which is what got them that goal in the end. It was so good. I was so impressed.
No, but I just want to say he's been getting a lot of slack for just using 6-4-0, and I want to say there was a very fluid movement between 6-4-0 and 7-2-0. It was seamless. And
it's almost like when we're playing FIFA, how you change your tactics from balanced to defensive to ultra defensive to park the bus. He's only pressing the left button on the D-pad. Like that's all Sam Allardyce does.
And like it's got them a point at Anfield. Yeah. And also Sam Allardyce has a history of taking away at least a point or more from Anfield, and I'm actually so impressed. Like, this whole season was a winning streak. I'm glad Sam Allardyce took points. Yeah. Like, I feel like if like some Everton or United or City took away, it'll be like, oh, is this the descent of the system? None of that bullshit. They're like, they took it. It's Sam Allardyce. He played dirty. He came. It's like Gollum. He took the point, like my precious point, and he went. And even Liverpool fans are like, good job. Good fucking job.
But Klopp was so pissed off. Did y'all watch his post-match?
Of course he was. Why are we surprised?
Of course
he was so pissed. It was amazing. He was like,
good. It was good.
They didn't come to play football, and they only defended and they only looked at set pieces. This was a team. I
disagree.
So
and he's like, I respect that. And then he actually said, he's like, oh, they came. This is a team that made a plan and then played that same plan for the 90 minutes. And I was like, yeah, but isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
Why
that's
you pissed off
amazing.
about
that's a
it?
sign. That's a
It's
sign of a good
amazing.
manager. You know,
Exactly.
you know, Jurgen, when your team wins, your team is also coming to a game with a plan and sticking to that plan for the whole
Yeah.
fucking 90
And
minutes.
I disagree with Klopp on this one, much like I disagree with every other football expert who's like just shitting, especially when it was 1-0 in halftime. Everybody was shitting on Sam Allardyce, saying what is boring football, what a terrible game, what terrible style. I'm like, just appreciate the defending, man. Like,
But
it's not,
but
he
but
was
Oh,
brutal.
another
Mukesh,
gem,
but
another gem
Mukesh,
from Jurgen's press conference was I loved that press conference. I laughed so much. But another thing he said was, "You can't learn to play this formation 6-4-0 in a book. They don't teach you." And I was like, again, that's amazing. This
yeah,
guy's cracked
Yeah,
yeah,
something
he's
that you
revolutionizing
being
football.
yeah,
yeah, I loved it. I
he's
genuinely
getting
loved
rid.
it as a, and I've said
And
this
Sam
before.
Allardyce,
So I've said this before. If Sam Allardyce's name was some Sam Allardyce or Sam Inzaghi, he would have been he would have been a very
Allardyce
highly
ball.
rated. Yeah, he would have been highly rated.
Yeah,
No, so
absolutely.
Sam Allardyce in his conference said, we realized that it wasn't really working for us in the first 30 minutes because we didn't have anyone to push ahead with the long ball. So we decided to let Conor Grant run. And I told him, fine, go run ahead. And he himself was like, yeah, for the first 30 minutes, we were like, हम लोग को डालना ही नहीं है आगे, छोड़ रहने दे. And then at
Yeah,
some
that
point,
was,
we had to be like, you know what? Okay, fine, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Play in a
and because
forward role.
That's Sam Allardyce saying, "Hey man, express yourself, show your flair, play, do the skills, play the attacking
It
football."
is Sam Allardyce saying to keep up with 90s Bollywood references, Ja Simran Ja. जी ले अपनी जिंदगी.
This is the 90s Bollywood episode version of the
no,
content.
but because Ali, what it did, it did two amazing things. One is it pushed, like, if they were playing 6-4-0, Liverpool were playing 0-4-6. Right, and it pushed Joel Matip up front. And what it did was, because it made Joel Matip run a lot more, and he injured himself, which which got them an inexperienced central back,
Yeah,
and which eventually led to a goal, because that
yeah,
central defense CB was a little off. Someone else had to cover from him, which left a man free, and then led to the goal. It was beautiful, and it was like by the time it reached 80th minute, Liverpool were exhausted.
yeah.
Every Liverpool
And
was
they could have
exhausted.
had a second one. Like they should have had one. Conor Grant should have scored where he was one on one with Allison. It was
Yeah,
a
yeah, and
great ball.
Allison was, come on, you can't touch with Allison, he's too good. But I thought it was
Yeah.
great, man. I was so impressed. I was so like happy.
I loved Sam Allardyce's quote, which was, if I had the players that Klopp has, I could do great things, but Klopp can't do what I'm
Yes.
doing with West Brom.
Yeah.
Fucking
I
Big
completely
Sam
agree.
for the win.
I completely agree. And that's what makes these smaller teams so much more interesting. Like what, say,
Yeah.
Graham Potter does,
Yeah.
what Eddie Howe sort of used to do, what
Yeah.
Ginger Guardiola does,
Yeah.
and what now Big Sam is
Yeah.
going to do, I suppose.
Yeah.
So
After this conversation, because we were chatting about it, and I said, no, we can't be impressed, and it's not good to have Sam Allardyce back. Actually, it is. It is nice to have Sam
Yeah.
Allardyce back in the league. It's just that the last time he was shithousing football, he was doing it with Everton, and that hurt.
Nobody
Watching
wants.
another team.
Yeah.
Watching another team do it, it's like, wow, such good defensive football, amazing. When he used to do it with Everton, it was just painful, man.
You know what they say?
No,
No,
but-
is that big? It's that very famous quote from Indian history, right? Nobody wants a freedom fighter in their house. They always want the freedom
Yeah.
fighter in the neighbor's house. It's that.
No. And also it suits a club whose only ambition is survival.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have a club that's aiming for
Yeah.
greater things,
Yeah.
then it's very ugly. But if a club is just happy surviving, Sam Allardyce is your man. And just,
Yeah.
guys, imagine the next Leeds versus West Brom match. Like, that's going to be, it's going to be one half.
Yeah.
Both halves will happen only in one half.
But
Beautiful.
but can you imagine what a platform this draw against Liverpool would give those players at West Brom? For a team that's fighting relegation, to get a new manager like Sam Allardyce in and having his team get a point against Liverpool at Anfield is going to make those players believers. It's going to make those players believe that they can stay in this league. It's going to make them believe that they deserve to stay in this league. And that's going to probably spur them on to better performances and victories against other smaller teams where they can realistically expect to get the point. So yeah, perfectly well set up for a game at Anfield against Liverpool, playing the 6-4-0, and he got what he wanted out of it, and that's great. I'm just sad that the footballing world didn't get what the footballing world wanted out of this fixture, which is Jurgen Klopp celebrating with all his team, because it's a draw against West Brom.
It must
It
have.
must happen. It should have
He
happened.
did go and thank the fans. He did kiss. He did
Yeah, but it's not
No,
the
no,
same,
no.
yeah, Mukesh.
No,
It's not the
no.
same. There needs to be like the fucking, I don't know what that thing is called. Grab hands and raise them in the air together.
But you know what would have been amazing was if Sam Allardyce did that with the West Brom
Yes!
in front of the
Yes!
Liverpool fans.
Oh,
That
that
could
would
have
be so much
that-
fun.
I feel like if that had happened, and that would have been the revival of West Brom. Like that's the statement.
Yeah.
That would have been-
Yeah, they would go on to win the league.
If that would
People
have
would be like, West Brom, please win the league. Just
Yeah.
I will score 10 own goals. Just win.
if that would have happened, Mukesh would have properly kicked Ginger Guardiola off his second favorite manager in the league perch.
Arey,
And-
fuck that.
He
kick
would have
Klopp
kicked
out.
Liverpool to
Klopp.
exactly.
Kick Klopp out. Get a
Right.
West Brom t-shirt with Sammy Ajayi jersey.
Wolves versus Spurs was also a 1-1 draw. So again, Wolves not getting a win in their past 5 league games, if I'm not mistaken, and their title charge seems to have slowed down a considerable bit. Lovely strike from Ndombele in the 57th second of the game, though.
It was, yeah. But I mean, goalkeepers union always, but I feel like it was poor goalkeeping.
It was poor
Because I
goalkeeping.
watched it a few
Yeah.
times, and well after the shot was taken, Ramsdale was moving in the wrong direction. He took a
Rui
good
Patricio.
large step.
Rui Patricio, not Ramsdale.
Rui Patricio, sorry. Took a good large step to the right.
Yeah.
And made the ball out of reach for himself.
Yeah. But it's one of those things, no, like I'll make it tough for myself so I can dive and pull off a great save for the cameras. Like it's one of those, like, you know.
No, but honestly,
ball-
without that step also would have been a great save. Because it was a good shot. It was bottom corner.
Yeah.
But Patricio was positioned well.
Yeah.
And then like moved away from where he was and where he
Yeah.
should have been.
But Roman Saiz getting the equalizer in the 85th minute was just pure perfection. Lovely corner, lovely flick on header, and that was Ben Davis's fault. I think Ben Davis just lost his marker there and allowed Roman Saiz to make that near post run, which is again a tactic that we often employ in our FIFA co-op sessions. So well done,
Yes.
Wolves. Well done. Thank you for listening to us and taking our strategy into play. Mourinho is not a happy man, I presume. I think he's just going to take out his frustration even more on Dele Alli. Like, I feel like Dele Alli is just now his just generic punching bag for the season. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mourinho goes on and says, yeah, it was Dele Alli's fault. This 1-1.
No, I mean, we all know where else he's taken his frustrations out time and again. We can have a fuck you here.
Okay, sorry, Jose. Like, I didn't know you were so touchy about this whole situation, but geez, fucking hell.
Thanks for listening, though.
Yeah,
Thanks for listening.
thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe, Jose. We love your Instagram.
On your Instagram.
Fine, let's talk about Everton before we close the first half. Let's talk about Everton. Akash. 1-0 victory. 1-0 victory against Sheffield United for most teams would be a walk in the park. For Everton, it's a big win. So
Well, quite a poor performance.
Yeah.
Overall, quite a poor performance, but we got the win.
Yeah.
I love saying that.
yeah.
And 4 matches unbeaten, 4 wins in a row, which is amazing. Second time we've gone on a 4-match streak. What's also amazing is the first time it was the start of the season, we were playing such amazing attacking football.
Yeah.
And for the last 4 games, it's been really defensive football, really tight football. Like against Chelsea, Arsenal, Leicester, and Sheffield. Second half, we didn't concede a single shot on target, which is amazing for how leaky the defense was when we started.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy to have Ancelotti sorting this stuff out, because for a while I was talking about how the 3-4-3 formation is not working,
Right.
and it wasn't working. We were conceding loads of goals. I got rid of all my defensive FPL Everton acquisitions because no clean sheets. He's gone back to a back 4, he's playing without fullbacks because Coleman and Luka Dean are injured. But
Yeah.
he's got Ben Godfrey and Holgate playing as fullbacks. He's sorted the defense out. He's made Michael Keane look good. He's made Michael Keane's been good since the start of the season.
Yeah.
Yerry Mina has been really good.
I got
Godfrey,
Yerry Mina last week, and
so did
last
I.
game week.
I got him this game week. I saw your team and I was like, Mina is a smart one.
Fuck you, man. That's not fair. It's supposed to be my differential. Mine.
Now it's not really.
Yeah.
But Ben Godfrey is suddenly seeming like such a good signing because since he's come in, he's played right back, he's played centre back, he's played left back, and he's really filled in really well in each of those positions. It's amazing. We're second in the league after having such a bad.
For a little while, we have 2 games in hand.
Okay, and then you have 1 game in hand.
1 game in hand on you. Currently, but
but it doesn't Everton have a game today, so then it'll be 2 games in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but right now you have 1 game in hand, and if you win that, you're still 1 point ahead.
Yeah.
So 3 points behind Liverpool, going like into the last game of the year is amazing.
It's great. Yeah, absolutely.
This time last year, Everton was 16th, 17th even maybe, and now we're second. And we've got a manager who can like change things and has like multiple plans. I've seen Carlo Ancelotti's Everton play 4-4-2, play 3-4-3, play 4-3-3. I hadn't seen so many formations in like the last 3 managers put together. Like there was no plan B, and now we have this manager who's just like got us second in the league. It's amazing.
Lovely.
Who sat there only 26 alphabets. He's like, plan Z.
Right. On that note, let's take a quick break. On the other side, we are going to talk about Thomas Tuchel stacking at PSG and Santos just disrespecting Lionel Messi. See you on the other side. Welcome back to the Corner Flag, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, before we begin the second half, Akash, where should our listeners go to on the internet?
They should go to our website.
Which is?
Don't you usually ask like one question?
No, this is a trick one now.
It's cornerflag. Thecornerflag.in.
Eventually got there eventually. And Mukesh, once they go there, what should they do?
Oh God, you're doing this. Ask everybody in the classroom. There'll be a green button which says donate. Donate here, donate now, donate. Being the keyword. Doesn't matter when you do it.
I'll give you half a mark for that.
Donate being the key part. When donate and then you click on it and you actually donate, we'll send you lots of goodies and gifts, and we'll create a customized podcast for you. Card for you? What do we do for them? We call you over for a podcast episode. No, we don't do that. Sorry, Amogh. I think you should take over this part.
This is what you call over-delivering to the client.
We give you a high five, but like on our podcast.
We'll send you a lot of love. We'll give you a tribute on the podcast. We'll send you a lot of love. So please do donate and please do send us 5-star.
We'll send you one of our firstborns. That's enough? That's too much.
That's too much. I think that's a bit too much. It's a bit too much. But no, yes, please do donate. And please don't also forget to give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts because that really helps us. Right. With that, Prashant, let's have some questions. Questions with the Corner Flag.
Dude, answers also, huh?
Okay. Our first question is by Think McFly Think. He says, what do you think the rest of Manchester United season is going to be like? Serious contenders?
I hate to say that because you know how Mukesh was last season where he was like, oh, anything can go wrong. That's me right now. I don't want to think about the title. I'll be happy with the top 4 finish. But let's consistently make sure that we get there and then set our sights on the title. Don't want to be a Leicester. Want to be a United of the past.
Yeah. I guess I don't want them to be a winner. I don't want them to win anything. But I guess anything in the top, anything in the top 10, I guess I'm okay with.
I feel like there's lots. Manchester United is definitely one of the many potential title
Yeah.
contenders.
Yeah.
But I feel like
There's
this season,
lots.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
this
mean,
season
if
anybody
Everton
can
is in the
win.
mix, you know that there's lots of teams in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
mix.
Yeah, I mean, right now with the way West Brom are going, I think they could win the league as well. Fucking
Yeah.
getting a point at Anfield and all.
Amogh says that like a joke, but deep inside he's scared. No, but I mean, like Aston Villa's 25 points, like yeah, and could be anybody, man. It's a good race.
Anybody but Sheffield. Let's all just admit that Sheffield are not in the title race.
Like I said, I think Arsenal winning 3-1, flash in the pan. Let's not count them in yet.
Yeah, let's not count them in either. Yeah.
So anyone but Sheffield and Arsenal.
yeah.
All right, next question is by Krishiv25. He says, do you think Lampard is a manager who never gets his basic right in an important game?
Prashant, I think you should take that one.
Yeah.
You know, I think he gets his basic right.
Yeah, great
basic
answer.
Right? but
I'm so sorry.
I think it's just the club, it's just the member, the players have to actually try and understand when it's actually an important game. I don't think they realize how important a game is. Like Lampard actually has to come out and say that they're going to play against Arsenal and they're going to play against Aston Villa against the two games back to back. They need to realize that they both are really important games, and they both are games where we can get 6 points through and through, and we have the squad depth for that. So I think at some point Lampard also needs to push the players a little more. I don't think he's someone who goes into the dressing room to say that, listen, guys, fucking pull up your socks. I don't think Lampard is that kind of a guy.
Really?
He may have his
I could
basics.
imagine
I don't think Lampard is
just
that.
taking chairs and fucking flinging.
I don't
them.
think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. If that had to be the case, we would have seen a very different Chelsea squad. Like really trying, very hungry. They don't seem hungry. Like they have moments where they come out, they'll score a couple of goals, and then they'll just dwindle down.
Yeah.
No, but I think is it also the issue of like Kai Havertz and Timo Werner not being as good? Like I'm not saying they're not good as players. Maybe they just haven't realized their potential at this club with this sort of a formation, with this sort of expectation.
I wouldn't say Havertz, but with Werner definitely, because Werner was playing center forward initially, and now he's kept him on the left. So it's not like he's doing great on either end.
He has to run along the
hypotenuse. He has to try and figure out where
confuses him.
He's doing the runs, but at some point I think it's even they can have. I think we mentioned this last game as last podcast as well, but you can have the possession, but if you can't convert it into anything else, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And this was the same situation that we saw last season as well. So we have not really changed.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now you can say great answer, but you can suck a dick on that. Sure.
All right.
This is Chelsea.
Okay. Next question is by the Couch Potato 01. He says, should United play Cavani instead of Martial now that we are a part of the chasing pack?
I think so, yes. And I think just before we started recording this episode, I think Solskjaer had a press conference where he addressed this very fact, and he said that, yes, Cavani is a starter and we'll see him start more games than he doesn't. So I think it's just a case of getting Cavani up to speed, getting him at peak fitness, which slowly is happening. The impact that he's made coming on as a substitute has been very clear and obvious. So I think in the next few weeks, we'll see him start a lot more games. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, then who's going to be the super sub? Sorry, I'm just asking this one then.
Greenwood.
Really?
Yeah.
You would still
I
the
think
super sub after that?
The minute you get Greenwood on with his pace, with his trickery, with the power in his shot, getting somebody like Greenwood in to a game 60 minutes in, 70 minutes in, maybe even 75 minutes in, does give you a tremendous attacking potential.
Even Daniel James.
Greenwood more than James. James can't really finish.
I said James is off on loan.
Maybe
Sam
not, yeah.
Allardyce.
Oh no, I don't. I'd be sad if James goes out on loan because we need that squad depth. No matter how poor his form has been off late, he did put in a shift against Leeds, and
Also, he's a guy who takes a player away. He just
Yeah.
takes a player away,
Yeah.
which means there's more space for the others
Yeah.
even if he doesn't finish.
Yeah, there are some qualities and merits to his game that United do need. So I'd be a little unhappy if we send him out on loan. He's still useful for sure.
All right. Last question by Akash Goswami. He says, imagine you are a pro footballer. If Pep and Jose comes to buy you, which manager will you prefer?
Jose.
But to buy a coach, to buy. What did
I
you
mean,
say?
like, which
Sorry,
manager
fine.
would you play under?
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Mourinho, man, fucking hands
Pep,
down.
Pep.
Mourinho has
Yeah.
way more personality.
no, it would depend on which position I'm playing.
Goal.
Assistant coach. Obviously, he's talking like whatever you want to pick. And if whatever you want to pick, then you pick your position, you pick your this thing, and you choose. So if you're playing goalie. So I would
No,
decide
I don't think Mourinho. Maybe Pep.
probably Pep because I would play a defender,
Yeah.
a goalie, or a defender, and both I would be with Pep. Like something
Pep.
like what?
Why?
Yeah, like a central CDM, like a central CDM defender, goalie, definitely. under
Because
Why?
his brand of football, again, it's different styles of football. His style of football will be a lot more exciting to be a part of. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
can you imagine working with the man on a day-to-day basis? He's insufferable. Like he seems like
No, to
somebody
me,
who would
that's-
suck
I
at
mean,
job.
Jose also is
No,
like.
That's what Jose is. To me,
Jose-
I can't be with someone so
Have you?
like,
Are you
seemingly
mad?
negative.
Are you mad? Have you
Oh.
not seen the Amazon documentary? Jose sounds
I
like
have
and looks like a
seen
guy who's
both.
like a lot of fun. And
But-
Guardiola just seems like somebody who's just up his own ass. Like he's just like, oh, the football.
Oh wait, you're saying Jose is not up his own ass?
No, but he's up his own ass in a very fun way. Like as a player, you would still want to go and hang out
No.
with Jose and be on his good side. Pep, you're just like, fuck off,
Okay,
dude. Just go
sure,
suck
but
a
like the
dick.
question is, who would you want to play under? No, who would you want to be pals with?
But play under means the whole thing. No, you have to be in that system
No.
under a manager. Yeah.
If I'm a footballer, I want to be with someone who I can talk to football about. If I want to hang out with people, I'll be with
Yeah.
You're saying you can't talk to Mourinho about football. What is wrong with you?
No,
And it's about
but
who. It's about between the both of
Which
them. I'm not saying I
kind of
can't do it. I
football
could do it with
also?
Sam Allardyce also. But who would I pick? I would
Yeah,
Spurs-
actually, yeah. Fuck it.
Spurs is-
Fuck Jose and Pep. I'd play for Sam Allardyce.
and I would play as his attacker.
Yeah.
Attacker.
One sec. So then you wouldn't play.
Yeah.
He doesn't have an attacker.
I'm happy being on the bench, dude.
You'd be on the bench, yeah.
I think get paid
You'd go
like
have burgers with him.
get paid a lot
I'd
of
be
money.
like so fries. He'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. Get paid a lot of money, sit on the bench, enjoy
No,
yourself.
but yeah, okay. So I think Akash and I have said Guardiola. Amogh has said Jose. Prashant, you?
I'm with Jose.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
Okay,
For
we
sure.
have to put an Instagram poll out. We
Poll.
need to know what consensus is here.
Yes,
Because we've
absolutely.
got 2-2. That's really annoying.
We are doing this for sure.
All right. That's end the questions.
Wow.
The end of-
Prashant
Okay.
completely
Yeah, I don't-
forgot.
I keep
Prashant's like,
stopping. I
what
keep
do we do?
stopping. Which is why I have to keep wondering.
God.
Okay, so
I keep getting
I
notifications.
have-
My network is very unstable. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
I have some not breaking news.
Okay.
The Everton versus Manchester City game, which is due to kick off in about 4 hours roughly from now, may get cancelled because apparently 4 Manchester City players have tested positive for COVID.
Yes, Gabriel Jesus and Kyle Walker
Oh.
were definitely like the two that were said to have been
But
COVIDified.
there's been more.
Yikes.
And they now supposedly only have 14 available players, and the FA is saying 14 is enough because you need 11 plus you can only make 3 substitutes, so
Yeah.
they might want the game to go on. The
Yeah.
reason this is not breaking news is that by the time the podcast comes out, this game I mean,
may or may
would
not
either
have happened.
or not.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
listeners know, but we don't.
We don't
So
know yet. The magic
at this
of
point,
the magic of time-based podcasting.
So basically, the
he's-
Everton, when you're listening to this, the Everton game has either happened or it hasn't.
Yeah, it's
Which is the
Schrodinger's.
case with anything.
No, but
It's either
usually
game
you
has either
know that a
happened or
game's
not
gonna
happened.
happen.
Is there a third dimension?
Asteroid
that
could
is-
fall and the game gets cancelled, or the game happens as per plan. Who knows?
Yeah, who
You're a
knows?
Mysteries of
Christopher
the
Nolan
way.
fan, no?
No, I hated Tenet.
Wait.
I hated Tenet.
Did you see Tenet?
I went, I braved COVID, traveled to Hyderabad to watch it in the IMAX. It was terrible.
Oh,
But they,
wow.
I know it's a football podcast. Please don't watch Tenet. It's terrible. Even if you want to feel intelligent and show off to your friends, it's not good. It's not good in any level.
I think it's a case of Christopher Nolan being like Pep Guardiola, just up his own ass.
Yeah, no. But Dimple Kapadia is amazing. No, but Dimple Kapadia is
It's always
amazing.
amazing.
Wait, Dimple Kapadia is in Tenet.
Yeah.
What the
He's very
fuck?
good. Yeah.
Okay, for our younger listeners who have no idea who Dimple Kapadia is.
Just going, if you're going to take anything back from Tenet, it's not Sam Washington, John Washington, or the physics, or Robert Pattinson. It's going to be Dimple Kapadia.
Yes, absolutely. Right. Can we get back to some football chat, lads?
Is this not a Bollywood 90s
No,
podcast?
it's very close to being, but that's not. Santos, which is just one letter away from my dad's name, Santosh. I am a fan
For
by
someone with a
association.
lisp, it's the same.
Oh yes. So Santos, the club in Brazil, of course, has disputed Messi.
Oh, not your father.
No, it would be hilarious if Santosh Randive is like Pele has not broken record. No. Santos, the club that Pele, of course, used to play for, has disputed Messi's breaking of his record, of course, which was 644 goals. Pele, of course, scoring 643 professional goals. for
Hashtag
Santos.
Messi 644.
Yes, hashtag Messi644 @ Budweiser India. Thank you. Represent, sponsor plug. But yes, the Brazilians have claimed that Messi has not really broken the record because friendly goals should be counted. In a lengthy statement published, and this is according to goal.com, the Brazilians stated that the 448 goals which they are trying to omit today were scored against the top clubs from those seasons. Pele scored 9 goals against each of Club America, Colo-Colo from Chile, not to be confused with Coca-Cola, but Colo-Colo of Chile. He also put 8 past Inter Milan, one of the best European clubs in 1960. The list is immense, and with big clubs, River Plate, Boca Juniors, Racing, Universidad de Chile, Real Madrid, Juventus, Lazio, Napoli, Benfica, and Anderlecht. They're saying that
So,
if-
Kul Milake kitna? Kul Milake 700, na?
Nahin,
Messi will
Gul-
break it
no,
now.
nahin, Gul Milake
1000?
1091.
No, 1 sec. So I'm like, okay, fine. But then also count all the goals that Messi has scored for Barcelona, which should then include Barcelona under 10, Barcelona under 15,
cool.
Barcelona under 20.
But I don't
You
know.
know?
I don't think Santos have a proper connection to Google over there. They haven't done the research. And to be fair, neither have we. I have no idea how many goals Messi has scored in his entire career as a human being. Who knows? Yeah, so they're saying that friendly goals should be counted, and in which case the tally goes up to 1091. Just let it go, guys. Just let it go. Like, it's okay if Pele doesn't have the record anymore. Like, it's fine. Like, it's really not that big a deal.
The
Yeah,
records are meant to be
break it.
broken.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say, Prashant?
And think somebody has to break it.
Yeah,
Someone's
exactly.
gonna do
Yeah,
it.
somebody has to break it. And honestly, like, I could have scored 1,000 goals in our 5-a-side games at St. Andrews.
No,
Yeah, but you
also-
couldn't do it in the Brazilian league. So are you trying to say that you and Pele are essentially this?
I'm putting my hat in the ring. I am putting.
Tomorrow, Santosh suits Santos. I want to see that headline.
That is gonna happen. That is gonna happen. The other big story, of course, in world football is PSG have sacked their coach Thomas Tuchel.
Dang,
What do
dang,
you how do we feel about that? By the way, how do we feel about this?
No, good, because I don't think he was doing pretty bad. He was like on top of the table at Inter. So it's
No,
clearly
I
not
think-
No,
a-
they're
he's
third.
not on top of the table.
I think PSG are third in League One right now, but
I mean,
but I think
how
they were-
dare he?
No, but also I think it was like he was not first till 23rd or something like that, and then he fell some fluctuations. And the night before he beat a team 4-0. So I don't think it was a performance thing. I think it was a ego between the club's hierarchy and the manager thing. So it's clearly that. It's not a
No,
this guy's a
no.
bad
I
manager.
think it is a very clear thing of how have we not already won this league? Why you're third? Like there is a position called third. No, sorry, bye.
मतलब
Because
second भी
for
नहीं.
PSG, second भी नहीं. And for PSG, it's apart from winning the league,
Yeah,
you must win the Champions League.
yeah,
You know, winning the league's not a given, and they've lost 4 games already, which
Yeah.
I think for PSG is like not happening.
yeah.
Yeah, and also
So I
think
feel like ho gaya uska.
no,
And they must have been
for me,
pissed off saying you lost the Champions League final.
Yeah, yeah,
They aren't the types who'd be like, you got to the final. Like you lost it,
yeah.
and now you're not on top of the league. You go.
Fuck you, Thomas. But of
I
course,
mean, like at least they didn't behead him. You know.
yeah. Wow. Oof. That got dark really fast. I'm trying to think of a
Let's go
joke
back
to
to
diffuse the
Bollywood.
yeah, trying to think of a joke to diffuse the situation coming up with nothing, much like PSG in the Champions League. But the rumors are that Mauricio Pochettino is the man to replace Thomas Tuchel.
no, I don't want that. I don't want. I want Pochettino at a club which gives the manager, which places a manager at its peak. Like it's a bad example, but I'm saying something like a Dortmund, a club which puts a manager, not nothing like a Chelsea or a PSG where it's going to be horrible for him. I have a feeling he might have a horrible stint. He's also a manager without trophies, and that tag is always there on him. Like
Exactly,
the guy
yeah.
who plays great football but no trophies, so there's more pressure.
Yeah.
It feels like it's set up for a.
Yeah.
Unless he's had a personality revamp, it feels
Yeah.
like it's set up for a.
For a massive failure. By the way, but Pochettino used to play. Pochettino used to play for PSG back in the day, if you guys don't know. And if we know that, Poch is a fairly suave man. His dress is sharp. He's good looking. He's very smart. He's young. He's the kind of coach that brings a certain panache to a club. But while looking at all the articles associated with this story, I found an image of Pochettino playing for PSG where he had long hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
What the fuck? I saw that. I was like, what the fuck, Mauricio? You aged so well. Like, age has done so good for you. Like, it is, oh man, the other side of 40s have been really, really kind to you. But yes.
Counterpoint to Mukesh's argument is that I think it's great for Pochettino because he spent so long dealing with Daniel Levy, who wouldn't give him any money.
Yeah.
Now I feel like let him be at a PSG where he gets a lot of money, and he might be able to. It'll be a lot easier for him to break that trophyless manager tag because it's the French league.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, PSG will win it.
You think
Pochettino will come in, new manager bump, they'll head to the top of the table and they'll stay there. They've got the talent, they've got the money. He'll get that trophy out.
You think Poch goes in to meet the chairman on his first day of the job? He's like, all right, you know what? I've had it with the whole fucking financial restrictions at Tottenham. I know you got money. So this is what I'm proposing. All right. Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo, Pogba, Griezmann. the guys are just like,
Amogh is sneaking in Pogba. Saw that?
Subliminal.
One.
Subliminal there.
One among us is an
You did
imposter.
put Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
You put Haaland in there, but you put Pogba.
Yeah. No, Haaland has to come to United. No, that's how we get the funds to sending Pogba there. Anyway,
तुम लोग पहले Jadon Sancho खरीद लो. फिर
देख
देखते हैं।
लेंगे। पैट्रिक ओवोमोयला बोला ना कि वो नहीं आने वाला है, उसने वो पोआ 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 का साउंड इफेक्ट वगैरह भी डाला, तो आई हैव लॉस्ट ऑल होप। बट इट इज टाइम टू गो टू आवर फाइनल सेगमेंट बिकॉज़ वी आर रनिंग आउट ऑफ टाइम। इट इज आकर्ष's गेम।
Yes. So, game week 3. This time it's going to be a true or false, which we've done once before, but that was with Mr. Bachchan involved.
Yes.
So I'm not counting those points. So just a quick look at the league table right now. Mukesh has 19 points. Amogh has 18 points. Prashant has 3 points that were fraudulently given to him, but we'll stay there. So we're going to do true or false today. I sound like a teacher. आज true or false करेंगे.
Yeah.
First one.
कल match the followings, उसके बाद fill in the blanks. Who said
Okay,
to
since we've spoken about, so true or false, you get the correct answer, 3 points, wrong answer, 0 points.
Yeah.
First one, thanks to Sam Allardyce. West Brom averaged only 1.5 passes per minute in the first half against Liverpool last night. I mean, this game week.
False.
False.
Okay, extra point. So false is the correct answer. So 3 points to all of you. Extra points if you can tell me how many they actually averaged.
I think I have the answer, so I'm going last because I feel like Amogh copied me in this one.
No, I didn't. I was going to say false.
Dum hai to abhi sahi answer bol sale.
What was the figure that you gave?
1.5 per minute.
It's obviously lesser than that. I'm going to go with 0.
Fuck, 0. Okay.
Prashant?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know, 0.8.
Oh,
So Prashant is closest. They actually had 1 pass per minute. So they had 46 completed passes in the entire half. In comparison, Jordan Henderson had 85.
of course. So wait, so then Mukesh and I get 3 points and Prashant gets 1?
No,
I also said
he
false.
gets 3 points. The bonus point was if you give me the right answer because he got the
Which
true
I
or
didn't
false
get.
correct.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, so no one gets the additional point. All of you get 3 points.
Nice.
Okay, next one. 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, Fulham played Brighton at Craven Cottage, and that was a goalless draw. That was the first goalless draw at Craven Cottage in over 9 years. True or false?
True.
False.
Okay, so it is true. You have to go all
Was
the way
playing the
back to
man.
the
playing the
back to
man.
the opening day of the 2011-2012 season where there was a goalless draw. Apart from that, there have always been goals. And then they had another one this game week against Southampton, I think.
Yes.
That was
yes.
also at Craven Cottage. So suddenly Craven Cottage is running out of goals.
Fortress. It's a fortress.
Okay. London Derby special. Arsenal legend Shkodran Mustafi was a part of Chelsea's youth academy.
Also Everton legend. Let's not forget.
Okay, so then I can't use this question anymore. Damn it,
Amogh, yes, I love it.
You just lost yourself points because you were going to get bonus points.
What?
No.
No.
You would have never guessed
you
this.
wouldn't know.
Well done. Amogh.
I didn't know you
part-
knew that Everton was a part of the youth
This is
academy.
the part where the student becomes a wise ass, so you don't get anything.
Come on.
Yeah.
What was the question, though?
Minus 2.
Minus 2. I was just going to say minus 2 for being a wise ass.
No.
Minus 2 for being a wise ass.
God
Yes.
damn it. This game is rigged. Voter fraud, I tell you.
Okay, so next one. Messi, #Messi644. Messi's shoe size is larger than Ronaldo's shoe size.
True.
False.
True? I don't know. Wait, Messi's shoes are larger, you
You
said?
already said it.
I think it's true. Is it true? I
So,
feel like I'm playing this.
Prashant said false?
Prashant said false.
No, I'm saying.
I
Actually,
said
here's what I'm
false.
saying. Messi's shoe shoe size is larger than Ronaldo's.
Shoe size.
I think that's true.
Okay, so Prashant is the only one who doesn't get points
Okay.
because Messi is size 10 and Ronaldo is size 9.
You know what they say about people with big feet, right? They have trouble finding
They
shoes.
evade tax.
But both, both those answers are right. Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening? I'll have to do math later. I don't remember who has how many
Well,
points.
Amogh and I've done the math. Amogh and I are on equal points now.
Okay.
Lies. Kuch bhi.
Yeah.
I think so. I think he's right.
Okay. Next one. Di Maria was once sold for a transfer fee of 35 footballs.
True.
False.
True. I wouldn't know about this bit, but yeah, sure.
Okay, so if Mukesh's math is right, then Amogh has taken the lead because true is
Oh.
the correct answer. When he was a kid,
Yeah.
he was sold from his boyhood club Torito to Rosario Central.
Yeah.
And after lots of negotiation, like it was a long and drawn out process, but they finally agreed on 35 footballs.
Yeah.
I was hoping
It was about
Akash would
10.
say, Akash, it's not actually 35, but it's 23. Something like that. Because that's a classic Akash thing to do. So I was trying to play him.
Okay, so last one for game week 3.
Oh, no.
Alex Ferguson has more points in the Premier League than Manchester City.
True.
Alex Ferguson as manager has more points in the Premier League than Manchester City.
True.
Sounds
False.
believable, but just false. I'm just going to go with false.
No, false.
Amazingly, it's true.
Yeah, no,
It's
I felt like it was
true.
true, but I was like, okay, I just...
Alex
something
Ferguson
different.
managed Manchester City as a club has played 76 game weeks more than Alex Ferguson, but Ferguson has over 350 more points than Manchester City.
I mean, it's
That's
basically
quite amazing.
Man City were out of the Premier League for a few years as well while Ferguson was managing. So, and even,
Yeah, I know it's very believable. Also, he was just a superstar for so long.
Yeah.
Just, I was like, maybe it's like they were just for 1 point. It'll be one of those I could catch up with.
it's the hope. It's the hope that kills you.
that kills.
Okay, so with that, I have no idea what the scores are.
Fuck you.
Amogh, did
Cancel.
Amogh get them all right?
Cancel.
I think Amogh got them all right.
I think so. Yeah.
I
But
think
you
we'll
got
get
the
that
minus
episode
2.
back.
But you got the -2. So you are on to 30 points. Mukesh, I think, got 2 right.
Yeah, I'm on 25, 26, 27,
Yeah.
but 27.
Yeah, 25.
I think I was
You're
6-point lead on you.
25.
Or
No, 5
4
point
point,
lead.
4 point lead.
5 point lead. He's
5.
25. You're on 30. And Prashant also got
Doesn't
2
make
right?
Yeah, Prashant got
but
2
doesn't
right.
make any difference. Yeah.
9 points. 9 points.
Hey man,
Not bad.
Prashant,
You're
if
almost at double
Prashant,
digits.
if West Brom can win the league, so can you. Believe, brother, believe.
Man, that's true. That's
All
true.
right. With that, it is time to end this episode of The Conflict. Thank you so much for listening to us. And if you'd like to get in touch with us and let us know what you thought of this episode or any other episode, you can write into us on our social media. You can find Prashant on Twitter
Pagal Kutte,
and on Instagram
Crash224.
You can find Akash on Instagram and Twitter
Akash Chandan.
You can find Mukesh on Instagram Mukesh Manjunath. I'm not going to let him fuck this up. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram Amogh Dive and on Facebook Amogh Dive Comedy.
And that's because his dad's name is Santosh.
It is. He got it right. Don't give him 3 bonus points for that, Akash. You can also follow Corner Flag on Instagram and Twitter @cornerflagpod. Visit our website cornerflag.in. We will edit that.
-6. -6. -6.
-1.
-1.
Also,
4-point lead.
subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast from. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts because it really does help people discover the show a lot better, and it will help us get a lot more listeners. So help us help you. And shout out to Kezad Gurda for doing our theme tune, which is absolutely fucking lovely. And until next Tuesday, it is goodbye from the four of us. Say bye, Prashant.
Bye-bye.
Say bye, Mukesh.
Bye, guys.
Say bye, Akash.
Bye.
Bye.